Hey guys, really good win for our team, a much-needed road win for our team. We really challenged this group to come on the road and give us 60 complete minutes in this game, and without question, I thought they did. It was sparked by a defensive performance that brought about 4 turnovers on the day, set the offense up with extremely good field position all day, and then 0 turnovers by our offense, a point of emphasis to turn that around from the last game. That's 2 of the last 3 games now without a turnover. The balance again on offense was awesome. I like it. It was flipped this time. 320 rushing with 254 passing. 5 touchdown passes by Sam, but the biggest thing for me at the quarterback position is protecting the ball, and I thought he did that very well today. I have to give credit for the offensive line. We challenged this group to dominate this game, to come out with a chip on their shoulder and control the football game. They gave up 0 sacks and rushed the ball for 320. I thought it was a really dominant performance by them, and credit to them. The other group that I thought did a great job on the day was our defensive secondary. To limit that group to 11 of 26 on the day was phenomenal and did a tremendous job on 3rd down. Injury-wise, Stephen Mitchell has a leg injury that we'll get an MRI on tomorrow, and I'll be able to tell you more tomorrow night. Leon McQuay we pulled for a groin and hip flexor injury. Hopefully with a week off and having a bye week, it'll help us. Juju got a helmet to the back, which is a painful thing, but negative x-rays, nothing showed up on the x-rays, and he's doing much better now. Just at the time, it's a pretty good shot. Damian Mama has a left elbow, just hyperextended it, should be fine. And Elijah Juan Tucker got a helmet to the knee, which we pulled him for, but it doesn't look like anything extreme. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
What do you think of the play of Cedric Ware?
We really challenged all 3 backs to come in this game, and it was next man up mentality. We really have 3 very talented backs, and Ced comes in, he goes 12 carries for 103 yards. Dominic comes in with a long run of his own, and Ronald Jones was kind of the workhorse on the day, moving the chains. 16 carries for 80 yards, right in that range. So 320 yards rushing by those 3 kids. They were challenged, as well as an offensive line, with 22 out of the game and with Justin out of the game, and I thought they did their job.
What were the most significant factors in getting things rolling in these 3 Pac-12 wins?
Yeah, I thought we talked about starting fast and finishing, and to come right off the bat offensively and move the ball down and get a score right off the bat, I was very proud of. And then the turnovers, it seemed like offensively we were getting unbelievable field position, and I got to credit our defense. They set us up in a position to separate ourselves in a game. We played good offense today, but when you get that type of field position from your defense, you should be able to separate yourself.
The deep balls, the play action on 1st down, you kept going to them and going to them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that more, even if you don't hit them?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're going to hit them. It's one of those things where any deep ball, you hope you're 1 for 3. If you're 1 for batting about 300, you're doing pretty good. You'd love to be 50%, but they were playing a lot of 1-high coverage in this game and daring us. And with the individuals that we have on the outside, we believe in Sam, we believe in our wide receivers, and it showed up in that first drive in the second half with Juju on the long route. Finally hit one and kind of separated the game and ended it.
Sam's development since he started?
Not to blow his head up too much, but he's playing really good football right now, way beyond his years, his maturity level. And what I really appreciate is his humility and humbleness. That even today, coming off, I said, "Bud, you're done. You throw 5 touchdown passes, you'd be like, you think you'd get a smile." And he's like, "Coach, there's more out there," and that's what you want from your leader. He's like his coach. He's a perfectionist. He's going to be a great coach one day. But he's one of those guys that expects perfection and demands it of himself as well as his teammates, and that's important.
He took over the starting nod about a month ago now. Can you talk about his progression from there until now? What is he
Yeah.
seeing better? How is he taking care of the ball?
Well, in this game, I thought he did a great job of protecting the ball and getting down. I want even more. There was one or two times I would have liked him to get down a little bit earlier, but getting down on the ground, protecting the ball, not forcing the ball. You're not seeing a lot of forced throws by him. He's finding the open receivers, and his eyes stay downfield, even when he runs, even when he's running out of the pocket. His eyes stay downfield, and that's what you want from a quarterback. A guy's eyes that tend to happen to go to the rush is not what we want, because guys come open. He's doing both. He's getting the first down with his legs, but he's also creating plays down the field with his arm when things break down.
What's it like to know he can consistently get third and long scramble?
Whew, it makes it a different ball game. It really does. When you have the weapons outside, you kind of pick your poison about who you're going to defend. And we went 7 of 13 on third downs, and they were not all passes. Some of them were him pulling it down and making it with his legs.
You were 4 for 4 on that one touchdown drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seemed like every play was right to the stick. Is that something that's...
I wish they were longer, but I credit T and Tyson, for putting our passing game plan together. They do a tremendous job, and they've been really doing a nice job on third down in the last 3 weeks, and today was no different.
Sam, on some of the third downs when you decide to scramble, how do you decide whether to stay in and look downfield to throw or to take off running?
Right. We talked about it in film this week. They like to play double cloud, 33 double cloud, which means they're only bringing 3 rushers. So when you drop 8, it's really hard to find windows sometimes. And I knew that their linebackers were going to drop deep. And if I had a third and long, maybe like third and 8, third and 10, I knew I could scramble, look for a guy downfield, and if no one was there, just tuck it and run. So that was my mindset going into the game. And credit Coach Tyson and T for developing such a great game plan today.
How were you kind of able to stay aggressive on the scrambles while also taking care of the ball and improving from last week?
Right. It was a huge emphasis, obviously, this week in practice, taking care of the ball. So it was on my mind the whole game, and I just didn't want to turn the ball over.
When you get taken out in the fourth quarter, you tell them there's still stuff left out on the field. What's still bugging you?
I think just throws that I missed. Obviously, you guys saw the long balls in the first quarter of the first half that guys were open and I missed them. And I had Juju on it was man coverage, and Juju's gonna win most of the time, and I missed him. I skipped my progression and went on to someone else. So we'll look at it in film, but there's definitely more out there to be scored on. So.
What kind of separation do you need to see for Juju? I mean, he had a couple where he was covered and he threw it out there and he just makes a play. What kind of coverage do you need to see for you to go to him?
Man. But I know that he's great in zone. Like, there's many times where he can fit a ball in there and he can find a window. So he's an every down receiver and someone who can block on the perimeter as well. So he's a huge asset to our team and someone we love to have back going forward.
Chris, how would you assess the defense, especially in the first half?
I feel like we played well. Coach Clancy put together a great game plan. We knew we were going to be facing Khalil Tate. He's a true freshman, so we wanted to rattle him a little bit. Get some hits on him. We watching film. We knew he liked to, after his first read. We knew he liked to run. I feel like he's a run-first quarterback. So we put some blitzes on him to make sure that he couldn't really get out the pocket. I feel like Coach Clancy put together a great game plan. I think we executed it very well.
Sam, do you look at it as a week-by-week progression, or do you look at it like once the light turns on, it's on, and from there it's all about just refining the
Do you mean every week?
for
Just
yourself as a board?
Yeah, I'm just going week by week. If I progress, I progress, but I think that's a part of growing and a part of mentally and physically staying strong with my arm and knowing when in practice when my arm's getting tired that I gotta just settle down a little bit and be able to save it for the game. But mentally as well, there's a lot of stuff that I've learned these last few weeks that have really helped me for this game and obviously games coming that we're looking ahead at.
Let's do one more.
You talk about your read in the pass game. How much better is your reading in the run game when you decide, I've got somewhere to go. Is that
Right.
developing where you see?
Yeah, I think there's a huge difference between when you look at the zone read, practice speed versus game speed. It's a whole lot different, and the game snaps are vital when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I think I'm definitely learning in that area, and I think I'll just continue to progress.
Both turnovers in the first half you scored touchdowns on. When you guys go into that situation, just how crucial is it, do you think, to actually get in the end zone, not
It's-
just field goal?
Right. I mean, you wanna put 6 points on the board every single time, but especially when you have that type of field position. I mean, our defense played lights out all day. Those turnovers were huge, and us being able to capitalize on those, I think, was the difference in the game for sure.
All righty, guys, thank you.